The 2020 MIAC Swimming and Diving Championships start tonight, Wednesday, February 12th, with a lot of storylines on both sides. On the men's side, it promises to be another duel between Gustavus and St. Thomas. The Gusties return as defending champs after breaking St. Thomas's 4-year run last year and look to start a streak of their own. On the women's side, the stage is set for St. Catherine's, aka St. Kate's, after a meteoric 3-year rise culminating in a second-place finish last year. They have a shot to challenge for their first title this year. The men's preview, the team battle will come down most likely to Gustavus versus St. Thomas. Last year was Gustavus' year 164-point victory, their first win in 11 years, snapping St. Thomas's 4-year streak. Gustavus may be looking even better this year. They usually swim slow in season, but this year they've been swimming really well. Their star Nolan Larson is seeded first in 3 events and second in 2 more leading into the meet. They have lots of fast freshmen, including Andrew Becker, who's seeded first in the 50 freestyle. The Swimulator, SwimSwam's prediction app, seeds them first ahead of St. Thomas, and Gustavus has tended to move up a lot during taper, so it's possible that forecast underseeds them significantly. So if I'm a Gustavus fan, I'm probably hoping that it's as simple as that. Stars swimming well, fast freshmen, better in-season swims, all culminating in a massive wire-to-wire victory. But it all came together for Gustavus last year. Will it 2 years in a row? It doesn't always. The Swimulator score is close, just 20 points. And the Gustavus season rhythm may be a little different than last year because it seems like they swam faster mid-season. So are they so confident that that 20 points will hold up against the St. Thomas charge? Now, St. Thomas has had a whole season as underdogs now, and this is their second to last season in the MIAC. So Gustavus looking very strong, but it could end up being a dramatic meet. A little further down on the men's side, we've got a tight battle for third. St. John's, Carleton, St. Olaf, all 3 of them, as often, fighting it out for third. So we'll see who ends up first, and we'll see who ends up third, fourth, fifth. Events to watch. The 500 freestyle last year was won by Sean Grieseth. He, Adam Borner, and Zach Dawson all finished very close in 4:37 to 4:38. Now the top 2 seeds are freshmen. Gustavus' Callan Zemek is seated at 4:41, and St. Olaf's Timothy Rizzo is 4:37.55. So Rizzo easily the top seed in this event, but we haven't seen either of those 2 swim in an MIAC meet. We'll see what they can go. 200 freestyle, Nolan Larson's event. He won this event last year in 1:39.29, leading Gustavus 1-2-3-4. His seed this year is a very fast 1:41, and he may be able to take a shot at the MIAC record. That record, 1:38.49, was set by Gustavus' Matt Stewart all the way back in 2009. So can Larson, in his junior year, take down a MIAC supersuited record? Now the 200 backstroke on the last day. Last year, St. Olaf's John Lopey, who's dominated the backstroke events in his time at St. Olaf, was upset in this event by his teammate Abe Iman Casey and St. Thomas's John Gons. Iman Casey has graduated. This is Lopey's senior year, and it's looking like a potential duel between him and Gons in this event. The swimmer of the meet, there are several different options. Lopey was co-swimmer of the meet last year, but in my view, Nolan Larson is the most likely swimmer to win this award. Other than those 2, Gustavus' Matt Allison has a chance, Tim Rizzo has a chance, and there are potential challenges from St. Thomas's Logan Schaefer and Nate Stone. On to the women. St. Kate's Ascendant. It's been an amazing 3 years for them. They've had great recruiting, they've had great time drops, and they're on the cusp of winning their first MIAC title. Can they do it? So St. Kate's has always been a mid-pack team every year, 5th, 6th, something like that in the MIAC. It all started changing. Last year, they were 2nd. They've never won a MIAC title before. St. Kate's is led by sophomores Jordan Wenzel and Maggie Menso, and they've got many other swimmers who can potentially win events on the MIAC level and even go to nationals. St. Thomas is the 4-time defending champs, but they lost a lot of seniors. St. Kate's, on the other hand, lost very few. So the big thing with St. Kate's is their points are concentrated at the top. On one hand, that's great because you're seated. So St. Kate's is seated first in every single swimming event, individual and relay, except for the 1650, where Menso is the defending champ and easily the favorite. So St. Kate's could end up sweeping the entire swimming pool of events. And that's good because if they falter, their swimmers are so good that even if they falter, they may not lose a single place. They may still win their events. They may not need to be at 100% to win these events. And they probably will be. They've swum very well at this meet in the past. On the other hand, they're relying on fewer swimmers than their competitors, and therefore it gives them a slightly smaller margin of error. You have 2 or 3 swimmers who are very off their game, and all of a sudden St. Kate's is in trouble. So St. Kate's looking very good. What happens if they falter? Who knows? Maybe St. Thomas will win again. Maybe Gustavus will step in. Maybe even St. Olaf would have a chance to win. So in other words, it's either St. Kate's or it's the Iowa Caucasus. Events to watch. First of all, the 200 freestyle last year was a thrilling race. Menso won in a final sprint over St. Olaf's Marissa Wolf. Menso on the last 50 surged past Wolf. She swam 150. Wolf swam 151. Both very fast times. This year, Menso is seated at 152. She's the top seed. Wolf has been off campus, studying off campus. She's seated back at a 159. Maya Knutson is seated right behind Menso at 153. And then we have Sydney Groman, Ellen Hofstede, and Macy Klein all at 155s. So it could be a Menso rout. It could be a duel between Menso and Knutson, or Menso and Wolf. Or it could be that all hell breaks loose. Who knows? Now the 100 backstroke, we do know it's a wide open race. The top 2 finishers graduated from last year. Now Kirsten Nelson of St. Thomas, Emma Lederer of Carleton, and Amelia Baxley and Macy Klein of St. Kate's are all 4 under a minute in their seed times. Now Baxley is the top seed. She's a 57.71, but this is her first MIAC meet. Nelson has won the 200 before. And the top returner, I haven't even mentioned, Michaela Von Wald of St. Ben's. She was 3rd last year. She's seeded 7th. So many possible victors in the 100 backstroke. And now the 200 breaststroke. Any Jordan Wenzel race could have gone here. Wenzel has 4 individual MIAC records, and likely could have even more than that if she decided to switch up her events. Any Wenzel swim is more likely to produce a MIAC record than a close race. But the 200 breaststroke is the event in which we have the best chance of seeing not just a MIAC record, but a Division III record. She came within a second of that record at this meet last year before going even faster in a 2nd place finish at Division III Nationals the next month. If Wenzel's on top of her game, and if she's fully tapered, she could threaten that record again. Wenzel enters with a 2:15.28 seed time. Her personal best is 2:12.59, and the Division III record, just a tick faster, 2:12.20. Swimmer of the meet, almost certainly going to be Wenzel or Menso. Both are likely to win all 3 of their events, maybe break the MIAC records, and be contenders at Division III Nationals next month. Wenzel probably the favorite to win Swimmer of the meet, but it could easily be Menso. But I should also mention Ashley Christensen of St. Thomas. If it weren't for Wenzel, she'd have a great shot at this award. She's seated 2nd in both breaststrokes to Wenzel, and her 100 breaststroke is the only current Division III selection time in any event by any MIAC swimmer, male or female, except for Jordan Wenzel. That's the whole preview. The meet runs Wednesday to Saturday, February 12th to 15th at the Gene Freeman Aquatic Center at the University of Minnesota. Morning sessions start at 10:30 and evening sessions start at 6:30. Tonight will start at 7:30. Please follow along at the meet website at www.miacathletics.com/championships/swim dive/2019-20/index. You can watch live via the link on that page or join us in person. See you there.